There were a lot of times on my healing journey that I made this mistake of like this judgment of myself. Like if I wasn't always having a good day, then I was doing something wrong. Or if I didn't always feel uplifted and happy, that I've gone backwards or I've made a mistake or I'm not in alignment. And today I woke up in such a funk, like such a funk, that I just wanted to show up anyway and talk to you about that. Like, it's okay to show up even when you're not at your best and to give yourself some space to be human and to have the full range of human emotions because it is all part of the experience. Yes, we love the joy, we love the playfulness, we love the peacefulness, and all of that still exists. But different opposing things can be true at the same time. If I've learned anything on my healing journey, I think the most important thing I've learned in developing emotional maturity and self-awareness and the whole thing is that opposing things can be true at the same time. And so today I woke up in a funk and I was like, oh, I've got to dance it off and get my dopamine up and get myself in a really good mood so I can show up for people. And then it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel authentic. And that's my whole shtick, right? Showing up authentically. And so today I am showing up authentically in a funk. So you're welcome. Funny, because just doing this is already making me feel better. But, you know, social media, content creators, YouTubers, the whole thing show up at their best. And we get this like highlight reel of people's lives. And it's so easy to compare ourselves to the highlight reel. And so I'm committed to giving you the whole thing, not just the highlight reel, because I think that there's so much juiciness and there's so much to learn and there's so much value in all of it, in the full spectrum. And I'm committed to not just giving you the highlight reel, but to giving you the truth. And, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, right? I don't know who said it, but that's a saying. And it's so true. We can easily compare ourselves to all of these like spiritual leaders and thought leaders and again content creators and people who just like seem to have it all together and seem to like feel good all the time, and then we feel like we've done something wrong. Not to mention that like the whole spiritual world like gives us this, you know, I talk a lot about spiritual bypassing, is this like if you're not feeling positive, if you're not feeling great, then there's something wrong, then you're out of alignment, that you are oh, my ear just started hurting. See, now I've got a little bit of an earache. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling well. It's because I'm starting to get an ear infection. I don't know. I'll throw some peroxide in there and feel better. But it's this idea that feeling bad is bad. And it's just not true. I'm just here to refute that. Because, for one, just showing up and accepting myself in a funk is already making me feel better. It's giving my inner child this just giant hug saying, I accept all of you. I accept all the parts of you. You can show up however you're feeling in however way. And the people who this resonates with are going to watch it and they're going to appreciate it. It's going to give them a permission slip to show up when they're not feeling amazing and happy and on top of the world. And it's just like a comfort to my own self. If I accept you, I accept all of the parts of you, the up parts and the down parts, right? And I don't know what this is about. I woke up in the middle of the night, like feeling a little bit of stress, things that I guess were on my mind that I didn't even realize were on my mind. And then I made the big mistake. Like I really try in the mornings. I give myself at least an hour before touching my phone, social media, any of that. But I woken up in the middle of the night, and it took me an hour or two. I don't know. I wasn't watching the clock, but it took me a while to fall back to sleep. So I slept in a little later than usual and woke up, and I call it cuddling with myself. I like to get up. I like to just lay there for a minute and look out the window at the gulch and like snuggle with some pillows and just like bask in the comfort of my bed and all of that. But this morning I woke up kind of groggy, still like meh, feeling a little funky, picked up my phone. Of course, there's like, made the mistake of going on Threads. Won't do that again. That's just where all the drama is at right now. But, you know, see world news and see all this stuff about different injustices that are happening. And that didn't help. That did not help the mood. Y'all, it don't help the mood. And I've been doing this thing recently. Like, I for a while now, I don't really pick up my phone the first hour or so in the morning. And your life may look different. Your schedule may look different. I'm not saying this is the way that you need to do things. This is the way that I do things. Because I know for one with ADHD, like regulating my dopamine is really important. And that first thing in the morning, like getting on the phone, getting on social media, reading the news, reading the email, it really messes with those dopamine levels. But I've been waking up in the morning and having a little electrolytes in my water, throwing a little Celtic sea salt in there, a little bit of lemon, and drinking that first thing, and then moving and getting out and moving and getting the sunlight in my eyes. And it makes such a difference in our mental health and our physical health and everything. But then today I just kind of like stank it up. Stank it up. I still have my water, my salt water, after I finally got out of bed. But I was on social media or on my phone for like 45 minutes before I got out of bed, which only exacerbated the funky mood. And yeah, part of me was like, I gotta dance it out. I gotta do something to raise up these levels before I show up and speak to my people. But you're my people, right? We're a fam, we're a community, and I am committed to showing up in truth. And so I just hope this like if you're having a bad day, like I in general am a very joyful person. I have a lot of personal peace. I feel great. I love my life. I'm very happy in my life. None of that cease to be true right now. All of that is still very true, and I feel kind of like meh. I feel kind of like meh. It's all kind of a blah, you know, and it doesn't mean that the whole day is going to be that way. Also, I only had one egg this morning, and I like to eat my 2 eggs with some fruit every morning. That's part of my morning routine. My morning, I don't even like the word routine. My ritual in the morning. I have my protein with a little bit of fruit. I have my coffee or my latte, and only have one egg. So it was just like Alexander and the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day, right? I know, first world problems, and at least I got eggs because those are running rare these days. But it just was like another, like, now I only got one egg. I don't have my protein. And then I was like, oh, well, you can just like have a protein shake. You're going to be okay. Still haven't done that yet, but I will. But it doesn't mean that I'm off my path. It doesn't mean that I'm out of alignment. It doesn't mean that I've done something wrong or that I'm failing or that I'm going backwards. It just means that I woke up on a little bit of funk today. And it gives me an opportunity to love that part of myself. It gives me an opportunity to accept all of myself and to accept it enough that I'm going to go out and put it out into the world in public and let other people know, like, they're not all sunshiny days. Most of them are. Yes, I love my life. I'm happy. I feel good about life and I'm at peace almost always. And I love that. And it's been a gradual thing. It wasn't something that happened overnight. Something that I worked towards by doing my shadow work, by nurturing my inner child, by balancing my nervous system. And there are going to be days like this. You know, whether it's stuff coming out of my nervous system, whether it's because I'm relating to people in a new way and that's bringing things up, whether it's just because maybe my chemicals are off because of who knows whatever. Like, there's so many reasons why I woke up in a funk that could be, you know what I'm saying? I don't even need to know what they are. This is an opportunity for me to love myself through it. This is an opportunity for me to show up anyway. This is an opportunity for me to show up and give you permission to show up anyway. No matter what the day brings, you are welcome. There's space for all of you. No matter what the day brings, you are a whole person with a whole range of emotions and feelings and experiences. And giving yourself permission to just be in all of that, to show up authentically as you are on all the days, good, bad, or ugly. It's so nurturing. It's so nurturing to the inner child. Plus, again, it's a ripple effect. It gives other people permission to show up authentically. We don't have to be the biggest, bestest, brightest version of ourselves all the time. We don't have to be that any of the time if we don't want to. But, you know, the world as it is in society and capitalism, it just like gives this idea we got to be the best. We got to be the most productive. You show up 100% and all of these things. And you know what? Sometimes you don't have 100%. Sometimes you got like 2%. Show up with your 2%. Give that 2% permission to exist. And then it just, for one, creates space so that the rest of it can come back. It's already happening just in me speaking to you in this moment, in this video. My whole day is shifting. I can feel it. I feel the chemicals in my body shifting. I feel my energy shifting. I feel my mood shifting. And I hope that you can feel that too. And I hope that this serves as a permission slip for you to show up anyway, to show up even when it's not so sunshiny, to show up even if it's not for others, to show up for yourself, and to give yourself permission to be human and to experience the full human experience, the full range of emotions and feelings and perspectives and all of the things. Like, there is space for all of you in this world, and this is my permission slip to you. So hopefully you can give one to yourself, to no matter how you're feeling, to just show up anyway. And thanks, folks, because I have you to show up for. I'm already feeling better, and I'm excited about the rest of my day. I love you. Keep showing up. Good, bad, or ugly. All of you's welcome here.